Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Blind. In the last episode, I shouted a little bit, and, more importantly, Ibuki and Hiyoko died. Oh shit, I just had a brand new thought. Oh no, I was gonna say like, oh shit, what if Hiyoko was dead in her room like the whole time? But no, that doesn't make sense because I remember that Sonia said Hiyoko said to her, I'm not coming out, blah 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 blah. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay, well, already a minute in and I've come up with a dumb theory. Anyway, let's waste no more time and let's get right on with the investigation. So, okay, well, what is there to look at? Not too much, apparently. So just what it looks like, that's a monitor based on the pink, which is great, and seems to suggest that the reason the video cut off was not because of the candle going out, which I think I can see down there, yeah, but because the monitor was broken, which seems to indicate that someone was in here. Oh, then maybe I can already strike Mikan off the suspects list then. Maybe so, maybe so. I'll have to think on that. Okay, yeah, no, let's talk to everyone first then. It has happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it. Oh man, you know, Sonia, I kind of wish you'd said that to Hiyoko before she died. I think she would have not only needed that, but probably would have liked it, considering that she, you know, based on her last free time event. This is the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. And now those 2 are no longer here. Ah, such a tragedy. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. 2 of our friends were killed. It's all the more reason why we can't just leave this alone, right? We must do this then, for the sake of the 2 who have fallen. Actually, hang on, I also wasn't thinking about this. Is Nekomaru gonna play a role in this? Because, like, he could, but on the other hand, it seems unlikely. But because it seems unlikely, it seems more likely that he's going to have played a part in this. Which is really weird to say. Like, that sounds like absolute nonsense, but you get what I mean, right? Oh, whatever. Here me come.
If only I noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved.
Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing?
After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room, and that's when it came to me. That I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing, one more time before I go to sleep. And so, I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So, I quickly ran out of the hospital.
So that's what happened.
And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. Huh? That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby.
That is a long story.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not like I doubt you or anything.
No, actually, that's a good call, Mikan. Hajime is quite suspicious, actually, this time.
There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning.
You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room.
That's right. We were together until just a little before the Monokuma announcement. So, I don't doubt you. I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please spare my life at least.
What happened to not doubting me? Yeah, well, that's just me con for you. Okay, Gundam. What do you got for me? Even I'm horrified of my power. Of the eye of the Overlord. What the heck is this? You stupid fool. I cannot believe you haven't noticed that aberrant thing. Pitiful humans. They refuse to lift their heads up for fear of doubting the authenticity of the blue sky. Lift my head up? Does he mean that there's something up there? I'm not seeing anything, Gundam, but, I guess there is. Hey, you okay? You still not feeling well? Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's weird. There's no way I've got that kind of weakness. It'll probably go away if I battle the strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Yeah, I mean, I know I am, but hey, at least you're showing something, even if you aren't really acknowledging that you're feeling something. Hajime, this may be impudent of me to ask, but will you listen to what I have to say? Unfortunately, Nagito, yes, I will. You tend to have good information. I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning, right? So what? Can you provide me with a summary of the incident? I need to reach the truth behind this incident, for the sake of dedicating my body to an even greater hope. No. Why? Don't make me repeat myself. No! This guy just wants to confuse us. There's no way I'm going to tell him what he wants to know. I see. That's disappointing. Wow, did we really just shut him down like that? Okay. Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What? Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it? Something like this is in front of the door. You think it might be a really big clue? Why would this be a clue? Remember when we came to the music venue? Yeah, door was jammed. If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through.
I wonder if that's going to be possible. With 4 of us, 2 of us here girls, you know?
Doesn't really matter, you can do it or not, we have to try. Let's go, we'll charge at the same time. Ready, set, boom, go, bam. Oh, wait, no, that's later. Vehicles can only charge the door at full force. Bam! There we go. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the 4 of us charged into the door. But, when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is we jammed the door with a drumstick. Huh? Door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. Yeah, that sticks. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it though, that doesn't really make sense. Because it opens inside, right? As we saw. Which would mean that the killer would have to still be in here. Which wouldn't make sense, because the only people in here were Ibuki and Hiyoko. So, I mean, unless we're gonna have a Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide sort of thing, then I don't see that happening. And even then, Ibuki was very clearly dead when we found her. You don't survive that and get down, because I'm pretty sure the ladder was already on its side, right? Did we see that? I think it already was, right? Or at least her feet weren't near anything, because we did, like, the, we definitely saw her feet, and I remember why, because I thought, huh, her feet look kind of weird for some reason, like she was missing a toe or something. I don't think she was, but, I don't know, my mind goes to weird places sometimes. And yeah, I mean, I guess there's also the chance that it's like, oh, Hiyoko did it. But, like, yeah, I'm not really too sure about that one. As I've said, I don't... As mean as she can be, I don't think Hiyoko's quite capable of murder. Do you mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? Broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then, how was the killer able to get out? Huh? Yeah, I mean, the music venue doesn't even have any windows. This door is the only entrance. If they lock the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside. So, I mean, actually, we don't usually get red herring evidence in Danganronpa. So, this might actually be important. Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us? You know, don't they use tricks like that in a lot of mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere. Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? When you said that might be possible, but...
I heard what you two were discussing.
Chiaki? That was kind of a cool entrance.
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting.
And what is it?
Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see?
You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but...
As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger.
None.
Why are you putting it in your mouth? Yeah, that's a really bad idea, Chiaki.
Oh, it smells like workshop chemicals.
Workshop?
And this chewiness. I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, it was originally a liquid that hardened into this. It might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly in the gaps of the door.
What are you talking about? You know what, that's kind of cute. I like that she has a sprite just for that.
Just as I thought, it tastes...
It's nasty. Chiaki spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Chiaki! Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Semi-transparent glob. Curious indeed. So that... If it was between the door... That would seem to imply that... Maybe that it was like sticking the door together? Is that jumping ahead? Or maybe not even ahead. Is that just jumping the gun on that? Actually, I guess that's that phrase means the same thing. Am I taking a leap in logic there? Because, I mean... If it's, like, applied to the inside of the door, right? And, like... As Chiaki said, it was probably a liquid that turned into a solid. So if, like, you apply that along the door, close the door, and then it turns solid, it'll, like, fill in the gap of the door so you can't open it. Or at least open it easily. And that would make a lot more sense for locking the door than using the drumstick, because that would allow the killer to actually leave and plant the drumstick, I guess? So... Yeah. Not too sure on that one exactly, but that seems to be the case. Because, yeah, no, I don't... We actually went over this in Sakura's Murder, that locking... Like, because in a way, I guess, this is a locked room mystery, kind of. At least, in regards to Hiyoko, it's a locked room mystery. Ibuki, not so much. And in that game, we had the idea of the killer still being inside the room when the room was locked, right? And then they joined everyone when we found the body, which there didn't really work. I don't think it really works here either. Although, to be fair, in Danganronpa 1, that was actually the one that was right, considering that Sakura was the one who made the locked room and killed herself. So technically, that was actually the correct locked room solution. But, yeah. So wait, what is there again? Okay. The door... and the broken machine. So yeah, we'll check the broken machine, go in the other room, and then we'll check the bodies out. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor. Sorry, Kazuichi.
This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
Kazuichi put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this?
Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here.
What do you mean?
Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
So that is why they destroyed the camera. Seems plausible enough.
They'd hesitate to murder someone in front of a camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this? Then, what was the thing I saw? Nah. No. Although, then again, if what I said was right, then, like, about the killer breaking the surveillance camera, and that's what meant we couldn't see what was happening anymore, that wouldn't really make too much sense, would it? Or would it? Because, I mean, no. It's just off the top of my head, that seems really risky, right? Like, they'd be in here, smash it, then Hajime comes running down. Sure, they could have just hidden in the extra room and, like, Hajime didn't go in there, he wouldn't have known. Because, like, it'd be really risky to leave, because Hajime might, like, see you leaving. And plus, that means that Ibuki and, like, the killer were in the same room, doing the same thing, you know? Which, well, not doing the same thing, but, you know, they were hanging out, having fun, which, I mean, checks out, because it's like, oh yeah, the killer made Ibuki do this stuff, right? Like, that's my first thought. But, I mean, it works, just, like, in that respect. I don't know, it doesn't... It's more so the second half of it, right? Like well, where does the killer go? It seems a little too risky to do that. But, I don't know. I mean, we've had some close calls before in Danganronpa, especially last chapter with Peko literally hiding in the same room as Hiyoko. Like, if Hiyoko had looked around, well, she probably would have died then, to be fair, but... Ooh, yeah, and, like, Peko could have just, like, hidden her body in one of the cases. Ooh, probably wouldn't have found it for a while. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like the inside of a storage room. I might as well investigate in here, too. Oh, hey, Nagito. I see you've joined me in here. Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too?
I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking.
Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hyoko. It probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they could use for the crime.
You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right?
Oh, I'm not siding with the killer, you know? I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. That's the main reason why this case is really special.
Huh?
But I can't say for certain, though.
What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense. Yeah, well, isn't that just Nagito? Okay, well, we'll check everything. You can see your whole body in this huge, full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Valuable. Musical instruments. There's a lot of different musical instruments lined up here. I know about guitars and drums, but there are also instruments and machines that I've never seen before. But they don't look like they pertain to the case. Okay, no, it's just stickers and the stuff here. There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed here. It's like they made a bunch of them and had too many left over. Feels somewhat depressing. Compared to last time, it feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? Oh, hello. It's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. There's a chunk missing out of that one on the bottom there. There's also stickers put on it. I don't remember if those were there before, but... I mean, if they weren't, then I guess this is where they went. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper... It looks a little torn, but... What does this mean? I guess that's everything important in this storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. Yeah, I think we're done here. It's time to look at the stage. Wow, what do you know? Not that much I've needed to talk about so far. Unlike the last chapter. Oh god, looks like there's a lot here, though. Well, I usually look at the bodies last. So I guess we'll start with the rope. It's the rope that was tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died.
From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained from the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from there?
That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue.
I wonder if that's true.
Huh?
Oh, I just noticed a little something. So, is it okay if I confirm it? Excuse me, Mikan! Do you have a moment?
What's happened?
There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right?
Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself.
You're right. Yep, I got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place.
Jeez, as usual, I have no idea what he's up to. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be a clue or not gonna be a clue. I mean, we might have one of those, oh, so what killed Ibuki? I know I did that in the Kazuichi voice. It's because he wasn't here and he's about to go along with the rest of that explanation. You know, because not everyone was here when we found Ibuki and we took her down before everyone else arrived. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure that was right. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. But why did she have a hemp bag on her head? that's true. Because, like, regardless of who, like, if Buki was on the video, seeing her with the hemp bag or without the hemp bag wouldn't have changed the fact that Hajime ran straight to the music venue. So that is a good point, actually. Why bother with the bag? Wait, huh? That hemp bag. Upon further inspection, there's a Monomi decal on the fabric. Oh, so it's the one from the, I mean, I can see it there, I just wasn't really thinking about it, but now that we brought it up, it's the one from the movie theatre. Looks like this isn't just a normal bag. I mean, it is. It's just that we know where it came from. Stepladder. Stepladder is tipped over on its side. This must be the stepladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw.
Ah, isn't that a blood stain? Look, there's blood around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case...
Then it's Hiyoko's blood. Then it must be Hiyoko's blood.
That's the only thing I can think of.
A bloodstain that probably belongs to Hiyoko's on the left side of the stepladder. What does it mean? I mean, in the grand scheme of the case, not too sure. It does, however, mean that she died near this stepladder. So... I'm not sure if that really means anything right now. But yeah. Candle. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. The dull light in that video must have been coming from this candle. A candle this huge must be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used the normal stage lighting. Also true. Yeah, that's one I'm not really getting either. Well, let's talk to Chiaki first. I don't think there's is it. Oh, nope, there are actually things to check out. We'll look at the curtain first. There's a black curtain hanging at the far side of the stage. This curtain, it's not wide enough. It can't reach from one side of the stage to the other.
It's not really a full-length curtain.
This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly.
It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See? The back of the curtain is taped for temporary use.
Yeah, rocket punch.
Just like the curtain at the supermarket.
So you're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime.
Why did they need it?
Who knows?
Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easily. Yeah, you can say that again. A lot of this evidence is actually leaving me kind of stumped. I'm not really getting it. Like, it's not really coming together for me this time. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can use this control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we use this to lower Ibuki's hanged body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw had a dim, candle-lit ambience to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use this lighting? Was there some reason that would have inconvenienced them? Maybe. I see. So you noticed it too, fiend? Huh? Noticed? So you didn't notice? Those eyes, just little glass balls. Take a good look at the baton lighting above your head. Have you not noticed that aberrant item? Look at the baton lighting. You mean that? There's something that looks like black paper stuck to the baton lighting. So you finally noticed. I can't really see it from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time and... There is no need. Go, Mirage, Golden Hawk, Jumpy! Now is the time for you to take flight.
Feast your eyes upon the brave souls of my 4 dark devas of destruction.
The hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up to the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. Choo-choo! Started running around the stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. And then the paper fluttered downward and was deftly caught by Gundam.
Did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil eye wielder.
Wow, that is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks.
They're my 4 dark devas of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form.
So what's with that paper?
Seems to be some kind of thick paper, though it does not have any special skills scribed into it. It appears it's nothing useful.
No, that's not it. There's no doubt this is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, it's too unnatural. Okay. So, presumably then, that belongs to the big, curtain piece in the storage room area, right? That would make sense. Which would indicate that that curtain was at some point hanging up. Why? That I'm not so certain on. Why would they have a curtain hanging up? And hanging by the baton lighting. Yeah, okay. Just this, and then we can talk to Chiaki, and then look at the bodies. This looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust the hot air in the music venue with this. Right, I should mess around with it a little, like so. It's running as a heater! Over 86 degrees Fahrenheit! I have no idea what that means, Hajime. I'm a Brit, we do not use those. Now I know why it's so damn hot. I better turn off the heater for now. That should cool things off a little. Right, Chiaki, you noticed anything? With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. Did something drop on the floor there?
Nothing dropped. It's just dirty.
Dirty?
See? Take a close look at the floor.
Yeah, I actually noticed this as we zoomed out a second ago to talk to Gundam. It's kind of why I double-checked to see if we could investigate things. And for a second I thought it was just part of the design, but no, it is actually important.
If you look closely...
You're right, there's a smudge, as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something... Yeah, it's blood. Is this a blood stain? Yep. I'd know that pink anywhere.
Well, a blood stain isn't strange. Hyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
Nah, that doesn't really look like a splatter, though. That looks kind of more like a drag.
Rather, what's strange is... why did the killer try to hide it?
Hide it?
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off.
The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain. As long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a bloodstain. So what was the killer trying to hide? Again, good point. Well, actually, considering the idea of time shenanigans, if Hyoko, as I sort of suggested before, was actually dead first, right? I mean, that's sort of how it went in Danganronpa 1. You know, the first body we found wasn't actually the first body who died. If that's the same thing that's happened here, then maybe what we're trying to go for here is exactly what Celeste was doing, right? Like, depending on who died first, you can alter pretty dramatically who the killers could be, right? Because with Hyoko dying first, literally everyone is a suspect. But with Ibuki's death, that's sort of when you narrow it down to, like, my 4, right? Sonya, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, and Mikan. So, hear me out here. I'm not sure if this really makes any sense, but considering that the curtain was on the, like, the torn bit of the curtain was still in the stage lighting, perhaps the curtain was put up to hide Hiyoko. You know? Because if you hide Hiyoko, then that would give you a reason to hide the blood, right? Because if you don't want, like, if you don't want anyone to know that she's dead yet, right? Makes sense. At least I think that makes sense. And we do know the killer has to have come back in here, or were even in here, or was even in here the whole time, because of the door jamming. Like, obviously that didn't happen until Hajime left again, so they had to either be in here already, or, like, left and came back. Again, like, as I said earlier, it kind of seems more likely that they would have been in here the whole time, considering that leaving and coming back would have been really easy to see. Or at least very easy to have been spotted by Hajime, and actually Fuyuhiko was supposed to be coming by relatively soon as well. Not as, like, oh yeah, he would have totally seen it, but very, like, you know, he could have, I think. So, yeah, like, if Hajime came in, Hiyoko was already there, Ibuki was already there, he leaves, the killer takes down the curtain, places the drumsticks, not necessarily in this order, of course, but, and then jams the door shut. Bada bing, bada boom. We're done. Well, I mean, we're not done, but, like, that chain of events is done. Can we look at this now, or... No. Okay, well, we'll look at Ibuki first. Poor girl. And then we'll check out Hiyoko. Also poor girl. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. What's this on Ibuki's feet? Oh dear. Blood. And the way that's smudged... Ooh... It is really not looking good for Ibuki. Oh, I really don't like the idea that maybe, just maybe, she really did kill Hiyoko under someone else's order. Oh, yeah, and it's seemingly a little more likely every second. Because with the way that's smudged, I'm sort of thinking maybe she... So you can see it, right? Like, how the bloodstain's, like, still kind of there, but, like, it's got streaks through it. And this blood on Ibuki's slippers are definitely smudged. I'm wondering if she just, like, rubbed her feet on the stage to try and get rid of it. Because, you know, if Ibuki was ordered to carry out most of this murder, then, like... Is she gonna do everything top quality? Probably not. She's just gonna get it done to a reasonable extent, you know? What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? But there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this blood belongs to someone else. Hiyoko. Blood on the soles. Hey, Hajime, I talked to you for a sec. You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag, though. Yeah, I guess he didn't really get a look at her hair. Okay, yeah. The stepladder was already on the floor, so it's like... At this point, Ibuki was dead. We don't have I don't think we have a Hifumi situation where she wasn't dead, it was just like a playing thing. Yeah, no, she was definitely dead at this point. Actually, this super backs up the fact that Hiyoko would have had to die first then, wouldn't it? Because if Hiyoko died after, there's no way blood would have gotten onto Ibuki's shoes, slippers even. Like, that would just make no sense. I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope. Yeah, that too. You also just don't really survive hanging to... Yeah. I mean, you can, if, like, the rope job is, like, really bad. Or you can have the arguably worse problem of, like, the rope's slightly off. So, like, when you hang, instead of, like, snapping your neck, you slowly just, like, choke to death. Because you can't breathe. Which is way worse. Like, hanging's... A good hanging... a good hanging is relatively instantaneous. Like, it's why you've got, like, the platform, rope round the neck, then there's, like, a trap door opens up and you fall through, so it, like, pretty instantly snaps your neck. Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up. That helps. There's no time of death written in the Monokuma file this time. Wait, hang on, what did you just say? Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up. Disagree for you, Hiko. So I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true the estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file this time. But I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. Two different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. No, Hajime. I guess that's it for Ibuki, then. So, Chiaki, get out of the way. I need to look at Hiyoko. Hiyoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. I mean, kinda, but I think that's just how it goes when you're, wrapped around like that. Damn it! Who did this? According to the Monokuma file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looks like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. Oh yeah, there is like it does look like there's an extra bit wrapped around her neck, doesn't it? But why is Hiyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled. That's where her sash is tied in the front. Oh, that's right, yeah, like around her, pretty much around the obi there. It's like, kind of crumpled. And, like, folded. Look, I've spent enough time with Hiyoko. I know it's pretty neat. Although, to be honest, I actually didn't, immediately notice the fact that the bow's tied at the front. The bow of her obi is tied at the front, so... Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Hajime. Otherwise, that probably would have completely gone under my radar. Did the killer do this, too? Huh, actually... Why? Looking at it this way, I don't think Hiyoko knows how to tie her clothes yet, right? I don't think Mihiru taught her. I think she just did it for her. So... Oh yeah, actually I haven't really thought about that. That's fucking... extra depressing, considering her backstory thing, then. Let's divert from the murder for a second, because, like... She's so isolated, she doesn't know how to dress herself. That's... Yeah, because, like, I kind of assumed, like, she'd be a pampered rich kid. Based on her backstory, no, not at all, but she has been so isolated that no one taught her how to tie clothes for herself. Fucking hell, man. I'm sorry, Hiyoko, you really... again, you're a bitch, but you really did not deserve this. But yeah, for her sash to be tied weird... I mean, either she tried and only managed to do it like that. To my understanding, it is way easier to tie the obi at the front and then, like, spin it around. So she could have done it? But if she didn't do it, like, what? Was she running around naked? Because, not like she has underwear, we have that. Well, I mean, panties, at least. So why am I talking about this? Fucking... God damn it. But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body here. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. Must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Even if it is possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right? Yes, actually, that is 100% true. It's, as I said, the reason why Chiaki and Gundam could not have committed this crime. Which, hey, Gundam! It means I can actually do your free time events next chapter.
Oh, Hajime, do you have a minute?
No, you're in the way. Man, I love how he's sassing Nagito this chapter.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with.
Help?
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono. So I was thinking she might be hiding something.
Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want to search inside Hiyoko's kimono.
Huh? That's exactly it. Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know.
Don't mess with me. You're saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? In fact, legally, there's more problems with that, Nagito, so back off.
Fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else. Hey, Akane!
Yeah, what's that?
Well, that's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something inside Hiyoko's kimono. Can you feel around for that?
Huh? I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hiyoko's kimono, right?
Thank you, Akane! Helping out each other is such a wonderful thing!
Yeah, let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape, binding Hiyoko as she stuck her hand inside her kimono. Damn it. She's tied up so tight, I can't really reach with my hand. Oh, wait, hold on. There's something. Is this what you were looking for? Is this a key?
It looks different than the keys to the cottages, so this may be the key to her motel room.
The key to her motel room, huh?
Her key was so deep inside a kimono that it'd be hard to remove, and then it'd be very unlikely the killer tampered with this evidence.
Which would indicate then... Which means then that Hiyoko was wearing her clothes. I know this is a weird thing to use as evidence. She was definitely wearing her clothes when she was killed then. Which does make sense actually, because there's blood on the front of her kimono. So I guess she's the reason the obi is tied weird? Oh man, if only I knew how she actually... like, if she could actually do it. Yeah. That's it's a piece of, like, very... not evidence. You know the sort that I use. Like the body discovery announcement. But, yeah, so no, she was definitely wearing her clothes. And she had her motel key on her.
Which in that case would probably suggest that she wasn't in her room when she died, right? Because I don't imagine she'd just have her key inside her kimono when she's going around, like in her room. She would need it if she's going out. And then that raises the same question that I had right at the beginning. Why would she go out? Especially Hiyoko. She has the least reason of anyone to leave.
Because if this is a trap, they would have put it more toward the front of her kimono so we'd notice it easier.
Actually, that's a good call, Nagito, yeah. Which means we can conclude this is something Hiyoko had with her all along. Motel room key.
Also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything, but you look like you were curious about the condition of Hiyoko's body, right, Hajime?
Of course, that's why I'm investigating.
It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Out of all these mysteries, what I think is the strangest is the way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hiyoko's neck, don't you think?
I mean, kind of. But if it's, as I said before, that like they hid Hiyoko around... Not hid Hiyoko around, hid the curtain, or hid Hiyoko behind the curtain, then they'd want her pretty flat, right? If she was leaning forward or something, like if they didn't have her head there, her neck would be limp, her head would move forward, and you'd totally see her behind the curtain. So I think that's more so what it is, because like, the blood is on her kimono, right? There's no point in hiding the wound, and Monokuma includes wounds in the report, so... Hide the wound on her neck? So I don't think it's that.
I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right?
That would make sense, yeah.
If her body was left alone after her throat was split, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood.
You are unfortunately very correct, yeah. A sea of blood, huh? 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. It's enough to make anybody faint. Is that not it? I thought... Are we not done? Oh, no, we are.
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened. If you can explain to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information.
Really? Might end up confusing us again. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
That's not true. I'm not doing this because I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind when I die. That's the main reason why. I can't overlook this case this time.
Huh? What does that mean?
Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings.
Gut feelings?
You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you.
Where exactly are you talking about?
Well, obviously the movie theater.
Right, they did have to go there to get the hemp bag. After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Movie theater. Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? Right, with this we might be close to finishing investigating the music venue. But I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Oh, okay, if we're getting that now then, I guess we aren't coming back here later. Ooh, I wonder where we're gonna go then, because we need to go to the music venue, right? Not the music venue, we're already here. We need to go to the movie theater. There we go. But where else? I mean, we might go and check Hiyoko's motel room. Not only because, you know, we have her key, but also because we need to find that extra Monokuma. And there's always like a new area to go during investigations. And that might be it. So... Okay, I think in the next one then, we'll talk to Mikan. We'll go to the movie theatre. And we'll see what happens from there. There's obviously not going to be too much at the movie theatre. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually really kind of struggling with this one, right? Like, I've kind of got the circumstances of Hiyoko being found, but nothing other than that. And it's pretty obvious that Ibuki died after Hiyoko. But, like, there's really there's nothing pointing to a specific killer yet. Honestly, the most likely killer is Ibuki, and I just don't see it. Especially with the despair disease, right? Like, okay, looking at it this way. Ibuki, I am kind of leaning on her killing Hiyoko, and then either being, well, basically being told to kill herself, right? But, like, having all the stuff, so, like, you know, technically, we're spinning it. Ibuki isn't the killer, because someone else told her to do it, and her disease, like, basically meant she couldn't really think for herself, right? Now that Peko is a tool. So, yeah, I'm sort of thinking that, right? And again, considering, like, Ibuki's time of death, Hiyoko probably died, guess what? At night, like so many other victims. Like, I think Mihiru is the only character in the series so far who has not died at night. Fucking what? Well, I guess technically and Ibuki as well, but she died, like, even before the Monokuma announcement, so it was, like, really early morning. Anyway, if Hiyoko died at night, because she had to die before Ibuki, literally everyone could be the killer again. Because, like, that leaves total free reign going to Ibuki's room to just be like, hey, come on, and getting her down here. I really think right now the biggest problem is why did Hiyoko come out of her room, right? That's sort of like the starting point of the murder, and that's kind of a huge problem, right? Because figuring out the start and the end is pretty crucial to these, and then you can sort of fill in the gaps between. Right now, I only have the end, and like a little bit of the stuff in between. It's messy, to say the least. Yeah. Well, we can continue to think about this in the next one, where we continue the investigation. I mean, there's got to be a lot more to it than I'm thinking, like, investigation-wise, because, like, there is no way this is going to be, like, 2, maybe at most 3 episodes long. Investigations just aren't that short. Especially considering the last one was, like, what? Maybe, like, 5 or 6 episodes long. It was a long investigation. But anyway, see you guys in the next time, where we will get on with that investigation. See you guys then.